Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome to another edition of Sports Sunday where we talk about sports, life, and everything in between, and welcome back to Let's Play NBA Hangtime. Haven't played one of these in a little while. It's been a seriously long while since the last time we did one of these, but we recently finished playing Baseball Stars, and so now we gotta have another thing to play, and we're going right back to this because we are still in the middle of trying to complete that perfect season, and it's looking pretty good so far. So we will see what happens. I don't remember my password. Oh God. Okay, we got it. We got it. We're 15-0, so we're what, like exactly halfway there, I believe it is. So this is good. The problem is, here's the real issue, is that I kind of forgot how to play this game, so that could be a real problem. And now we're gonna play as the Portland Trail Blazers, whose season is literally on the brink of unraveling at the very seams. When they just finally got the piece they needed to help get them to the promised land. And, you know, ever since they picked him up, they're playing extremely well. They got that Yusuf Nurkic guy from Denver, and you know, they got him, and within no time at all, you know, they started turning into a respectable basketball team, where, you know, they finally didn't have to be so reliant on their guards, and they actually had, you know, additional viable options for offense, and you know, the defense was finally becoming respectable. And then in no time at all, he does what every quality big man in Portland has ever done over the last, like, forever, seemingly. And he goes and fucking breaks his leg. I don't know what it is in Portland, man. I really don't know what it is. But there is like something in the water here that just kills people's legs in this city. It is absolutely mind-boggling. Get in the hoop. Or not. Vlade Divac? Fucking Vlade Divac, huh? Oh, give me a break. It's Glenn Rice, for shit's sake. Okay, first of all, when the hell did Vlade Divac play for Charlotte? When did that happen? I don't remember that at all. We are also not playing very well at all. And this is severely bad. There we go. We finally got one. But hey, you know, in other news, if we will, tournament's still going. The national championship has finally been set, and here's the thing that sucks. Come on, get in there. Oh, come on, get off that. Oh yeah. Here's the thing that sucks. Like, while my bracket is technically still alive, oh, what the hell is that? How is that not goaltending? I had the shot put up. That is bullshit. I mean, that thing was easily on the way down. But, like, while my bracket is still alive in theory, because North Carolina's, you know, in the championship game, and that's who I picked to win it all this year, I am so bummed out. Oregon only lost to them by 1, and, like, everybody was picking North Carolina to win, seemingly. And, you know, Oregon comes out, and, you know, both teams are really shaky. And Oregon, in the latter part of the first half, opened up an 8-point lead, and you kind of felt at that point that, oh my God, like, this could be the moment where they finally start breaking this game wide open, and maybe they can start distancing themselves and maybe actually pull off this win. And they'll go to a championship for the first time in 80 years. And as soon, at the very moment that thought entered my mind, Oregon went ice cold for the rest of the game. And the crazy thing is, like, they shot absolutely terrible. Both of their star players had terrible, terrible shooting games. I mean, they couldn't hit the broadside of the barn if they were standing 3 feet in front of it. Just nothing was going in. Nothing. But even with that, you know, even with that said, they were still in the game. I mean, they got down by 10 a couple of times, but they were still in the game. And oh, come on, up you go! And you know, it got down to the point where they were down by like 8 or 10 points with about like 3 minutes to go. And at that point, I was like, this game's over. I mean, there's just no way. There's just no way that Oregon's going to be able to dig themselves out of this. They've had so much magic over the course of the year, being able to dig themselves out of holes. But you could feel the window closing. But all of a sudden, they started clawing back into it miraculously. And North Carolina started doing the thing, they started doing the Oregon thing where their offense just went totally cold, and they'd have these weird, stupid mistakes. And it got to the point where Oregon was within 1 point. They were within 1 point. They were the benefactor of this crazy sequence where they forced a turnover, and they had the opportunity to make, oh my god, 2 straight blocks, and then a 3. Oh my god. Oh, really? You spin right into them? These are the moments. These are the moments that'll ruin a run for you. There we go. But all they had to do, they end up getting the score, and they foul. And all they had to do was, either have them make both their free throws and they go down and try to tie the game, or, if they miss one, just go get the rebound. That's all you have to do. Is you go get the rebound, and you give yourself a chance to go put up a game-winning shot. That's what it came down to. And North Carolina goes up there and they miss their first free throw, and you're like, oh god, now they only need a 2 to tie. Oh boy, here we go. Oh god. Get in there! Yes! And so he misses their first free throw, and we're like, oh god, they only need a 2-pointer to win now. And they missed the second free throw, and they totally ended up they got the rebound back, and I was like, damn it! But there was enough time on the clock still where they were able to foul them again. And I was like, okay, you got another chance here. Get in there! Oh! They got one more chance, and so I was like, okay, you have to get a rebound this time. And their guy missed their first free throw again. I'm like, oh my god, they missed 3 in a row. They're totally gonna get one more chance. And I said it verbatim to my brother and my mom and my sister-in-law and my dad, because we were out at a bar watching it. I was like, I have this feeling in the pit of my gut that he's gonna miss the free throw, but they're gonna get the rebound anyways, and the game will be over. And just as I say that, he shoots it, he clanks it off the back iron, goes straight up in the air, and it comes back down, and their guy got the rebound, and the game was over. It was just the most depressing thing I have ever seen. Because Oregon never even got a chance. They had 2 different opportunities to go down, to at least give themselves a shot for a game-winning shot. But instead, they blew 2 critical opportunities for a rebound to go give themselves a game-winning shot. And the worst part was, I felt like if they could have gotten the rebound, that they would have won the game. Just Oregon has always had this innate ability over the course of this season to get that magical game-winning shot when they've needed it. It happened against Stanford. It happened against UCLA. It happened against Cal. There's just this thing about them that in these weird games where they had to fight back from being down, and it comes down to that final shot, they always had the answer. And you just felt like, even though there was only like 6 seconds left, if they would have gotten the rebound, they could have made the shot. There was more than enough time to get down the floor and all that, but they just couldn't do it. And that, my friends, is the microcosm of Oregon sports. You have all the talent in the world, and you're right there. You're right there at the end, but you just don't quite have what you need to get over the top. There's just always something that happens that just kind of ends up, oh damn it. What the hell shot was that? Go, Sheed. Put the biscuit in the basket. Thank you. This fourth quarter is going to be a nightmare, by the way. I just know it's coming. I know it's coming. The adamant barrage of three-pointers from guys that don't shoot threes is going to be at an all-time high in just a moment. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. I gotta keep him at bay. So that's the part that makes me the most sad about the outcome of that game. Like before the game started, I was already, I had already said, like, no matter what the outcome is here, like, like, if they lose, I'm gonna be okay. Just because, everybody had said they weren't even going to get past the second round. So for them to get to that point on its own merit without one of their best players was a godsend on its own accord. But the part that really made it hurt more is that they had the chance. They had the chance at the end of the game to give themselves the opportunity for one more miracle. And a scenario that literally never happens in basketball ends up being what happens to end the game. It was just, it's just a soul-crushing defeat. And, I mean, the other part, too, is that, I mean, who knows if Oregon's going to get back there? I mean, you never know. You really never know if Oregon's ever going to make it back to that point. It is so hard. It is so hard to win a championship in basketball, at least in men's basketball. Apparently, even in women's basketball now, because UConn's women's team ended up losing to somebody they shouldn't have lost to. But it's so hard, man. Even your blue blood teams, like, Kentucky and Duke and all these, and like, and like the Louisvilles of the world, where they're getting like all these 4- and 5-star players every single year, they're not making it to the championship games either. And so for an Oregon team who's just now starting to get players like this, you never know whether you're gonna ever even make it back to that point again. Here we go. Down to 7 again. Come on, get that 3 in there. Get that 3 in there. Gosh, no. Oh, no. Come on. Go, Sheed. Yes. Yes. Oh, I thought they were going to get away with that crap. I'm so glad they didn't. So, I mean, we'll see. The part that sucks is that no matter what, my bracket, even if I, correctly pick the winner. No. Yes. Give me the ball. Give me the ball and watch what I do with it. Oh, no. No. Damn it. Oh, there's still too much time on the clock. There's too much time. No. Oh, God. There's too much time. Oh, I don't like this at all. Get in there. Yes. Oh, God. This is a nightmare. Come on. Put the ball in there. Sheed. Yes. Oh, Sheed. You dirty dog, you. Ball don't lie. Yes. Yes. Go. Go. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Yes! Yes, that's going to put it away. That is the moment. That is the moment we will come back to for the rest of our lives. Oh, my God. God, our guy just got totally torn to bits. That's got to be probably... I think that's got to be one of the largest margins of victory we've had in one of these games. Normally, they're always like inside of 5 points, but hey, I'll take a 14-point win. That's good stuff. So yeah, dude, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. I'm proud of that Oregon team, though. Everybody counted them out, and they came out there and they're like, you know what? We're a lot better than you think that we are, and they certainly showed it. They beat a lot of good ass teams. That Rhode Island team, for being a 12 seed, was really good, and then they beat a really good quality Michigan team. They beat a really good Kansas team that everybody was thinking, oh, they might go to the championship. They're scoring 96 points a game. There's no way Oregon's going to beat them. And they beat the shit out of them, realistically. Hey, we got attribute points. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Time to test our knowledge. See if we know what we're doing. All right, what do we got? What's the question?
Test your trivia knowledge.
What position did Christian Laettner play? He, my friend, he was not a guard. A right wing isn't even a thing in there. He was a forward. He was. I actually just watched the play that he had in the tournament against Kentucky, where they threw the full court pass and he caught it right at the right above the free throw line. Did like the fake move and the turnaround jumper and drained it. I know a lot of people hated that dude, but I will say one thing. He was such a good-ass college player, man. He was such a douchebag, but he was a good college player. So, yeah, what are you going to do? Well, my friends, with that said, we're going to stop right here. When we come back on the next installment of Sports Sunday, where we're playing some more NBA Hangtime, we are, I believe, officially over halfway done with this series right here. And we have another attribute point that we can use now, so we'll go jump into the create a player thing, and we will see what comes with it. But until then, my friends, the undefeated dream is still alive. This is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Take care.